it's bulletproof and all that. That means the material is so hard. If you hit the passenger's never gonna be alright here.
So Elon Musk gave Jay Leno a free car by being his buddy.
How do you think so?
Sold him a car.
Sold him a car.
Sold him a car. You're my buddy, I love you so much. Pay me money. Some good.
And if it crashes with another car,
this is Tesla.
You are interrupting me constantly.
Yeah, I just want to know, is it a Tesla?
In Tesla?
Is it a Tesla car?
No. It belongs to Elon Musk. It's a bulletproof new kind of, it's a tank. In the shape of a car.
Not developed for Tesla to sell, not developed to sell. His own personal collection of cars.
Elon Musk?
Yeah, I'm asking you, is this a Tesla car? Is it a Tesla car?
It's not Tesla. Tesla is electric car.
Oh.
This is a bulletproof armored car, so it's a different range. Just like your what do you call turntable or your computer, your what do you call I can't remember. Your power preamp and all that all have from one company but have different series. You know? So this is another one from Elon Musk. It's a bulletproof armored car. What Elon Musk says, if you're angry, you will never lose on the road. That means that's how dangerous this car is. Hit another car, the car finishes.
And Jay Leno got it.
And then if this hit a person, was still.
Ordinary car kills people already.
Yeah, this one, the person is not going to come out in any way, in any form, without getting seriously hurt, vegetable case, or death. You know?
Yeah.
This is, hopefully somebody can get this car off the road.
Yeah.
This is just waiting for a terrible accident, a few terrible, horrifying accident to happen before hopefully they can record this.
Actually, Leno strikes me as a very emotional person. Very quick to...
I do not know.
To emotional. Yeah.
Isn't it, after all, the show is all about screaming them?
Talk show hosts will like that.
He loves drama in his talk show, isn't it?
Yeah, all of them do.
But he's like a lot of screaming, isn't it?
Gee, Leno specifically, I don't know. I thought that would be like, Conan O'Brien. Conan likes very, very hyper everything.
I know there's a talk show host that people are always fighting in.
Jerry Springer.
Oh, it's not Jay Leno. I don't watch Jay Leno.
And Jerry Springer himself is calm. But he eggs people on to fight, you see. Yeah, that show never made it to Singapore. It was a big hit in the 90s, but that show never came to Singapore.
A lot of profanity.
Oh, could be.
In this car,
they showed Oprah in Singapore, right?
Oprah got a lot of
no, but they're saying that American daytime shows have been shown in Singapore before.
Of course, but it has to be mild. Even this what they call that lesbian woman.
Ellen.
Yeah, it's shown in Singapore.
Even though she's lesbian, but she never talks about her lesbianism, I guess. When she had a sitcom, they
very popular in Singapore.
Yeah? They showed her sitcom in the 90s called Ellen. And then the moment she came out, before she came out, the season, and they stopped the show already.
Yeah. Okay, back to this. This one in Europe cannot be. In Europe, the safety of a car, passenger, everything is very important. These do not pass the test. So we can never sell this car in Europe.
China can.
So now it's Asia. See which Asian, country will accept it. And I don't know about Canada or Japan. I think all over they are American South, North or South or wherever, the Mexico, further down, Argentina. I do not know whether they will.
What do you think? Singapore will allow?
I don't think so. It's so small, so congested. I don't think Singapore want to have so many accidents happen in one day. I don't think so. More like big countries like Thailand, China, Japan, big countries, India, things like
I
that.
think China will build their own.
I'm sure.
They will build their
I'm
own.
sure China, I don't think that keen. Only electric car, they're they're in the lead.
You can buy
Almost
on
taking or in the lead
can buy on
from
AliExpress.
their own brand, you know.
This is my Mickey Mouse voice, and I will try and find a way to speak at the Mickey level, the Minnie Mouse level, all the way through the speaky level I can't reach. The speaky Karen Walker level I can't. But so you're not hungry, you don't want to have any dinner, do you? Maybe later.
I know got bread, no.
You know what? I know what Jordan Peterson will be having for dinner. He'll be having steak. And I know what he'll be having for breakfast. He'll be having steak. You know what he'll be having for lunch?
Steak.
He'll be having steak. Sometimes he'll mix it up a bit. And maybe he'll have instead of breakfast. No, he can only eat steak. Him and his daughter only can eat steak. They cannot even eat hamburger because hamburger has bread stuffing in it, and they can only eat red meat, nothing else.
There's really a lot of side effects, isn't it?
They claim all positive side effects like completely botched skin, completely red. I'm sure the pooping is amazing. I'm sure they poop, very regularly once every other week.
More like they'll have constipation.
Yeah, they'll be pooping regularly once every other week, once every third week. Or maybe because he made himself addicted to opioids. He made himself addicted to opioids, and then instead of coming down off the opioids with a disciplined regime, because he teaches his audience, he teaches patients, he teaches readers of his self-help books how to take on the challenge of suffering in life. So opioid addiction is suffering, and he only took opioids in order to avoid the suffering of facing his wife contracting cancer. So instead of facing that suffering straight on, he took opioids to avoid the suffering, and that is what he teaches readers, to face the suffering head on, and don't take opioids. So he takes opioids. He's following his own advice.
Really?
He's obviously following his own advice. He's not the kind of man. No, you cannot say that he's the kind of man who tell you to do what he said, not do what he do. He follow his own advice. He tell you not to. He tell you not to take opioids. He take opioids.
Yeah, so he didn't follow his own advice.
Definitely follow his own advice.
My God, this is like my father's.
This is the world that was created in 6 days. On the 7th day, God will rested, and the world is only 4,000 years old, and the world is flat.
Don't do as I do, do as I say.
Now, the sun goes around the earth is flat. How the sun can go around a flat earth, don't ask me, but ask the people who know this is the truth. A flat earth, no upside, no downside, but the sun can go around the earth. You see? All the planets in the universe go around the earth, which is completely flat, which was made in 6 days and only 4,000 years old. Only 4,000 years old, my friend. Now these people will tell you, never once did Jordan Peterson go against his own teaching. Not once. So when he went and took the easy way, the hard way, out of taking opioids, which he told people not to take, instead of going down in a disciplined, regimented way, face the suffering of withdrawal symptoms in a safe and medically supervised environment, because he's super rich, he can afford the best medical care. Instead of that, he went off to see a quack doctor in Russia, because nowhere in the United States would touch this kind of surgical procedure, this kind of putting him in a coma and all that. Yeah, but so he did that. Some people say he took the easy way out, but do you know how hard it is to travel by plane nowadays, especially first class? When you go first class, you know how hard it is.
Yeah, so much suffering.
all those poor people in economic class. Well, you walk past them, giving you daggers. All that toxic energy he had to take on, the poor man.
He's a hypocrite.
Oh, he's a poor man. And after that, he goes on Twitter and he tells people how to live their life. And the people he really sympathizes for
young men who cannot get laid. I mean, these people suffer the most. You know, when I was a man and I couldn't get laid and nobody sympathized with me, I mean, they should have given me a gun. I need a Jordan Peterson. Back then, I needed a Jordan Peterson in my life so that I can feel justified in taking a gun and shooting everybody. Every girl that don't want to sleep with me, I just shoot. I'll shoot down their boyfriend, I shoot down their parents for giving birth to her. I would have been justified in that. And it is people like Jordan Peterson that will give me that kind of justification. Tell me he's not doing good things for the world. Tell me he's not a light unto this world. How can you say Jordan Peterson is not a light? He is a light for all. And this group is suffering the most. You know, not trans women like me. Not poor trans women who have to take out to the streets, who are addicted to drugs, who have been abused and beaten their whole lives and get murdered in the back street corner, the street. And you know what I'm talking about, back alley. You know, these people don't suffer as much as the young, rich, privileged men who go to Harvard and Yale and just cannot get laid. I mean, all the high-end prostitutes in the world cannot make up for that. I'm sure he will have something to say. I'm sure he has something to say about, you know, all these poor guys having chatbot girlfriends, AI girlfriends now. I wonder what he will have to say about something like that. That is the real plight of humanity. Not climate change. Not taking away abortion rights. Not the war in the Middle East. Not the war in Ukraine. Young men who cannot get their dicks in vaginas. Ridiculous. The most important thing in the world. When I was younger, I would have agreed. I would have been a Petersonian sycophant. Back then, back in the 90s, when I thought I was a guy, I was overcompensating. I was seriously overcompensating. And also, I believe in the Andrew Tate bullshit. The Andrew Tate bullshit said, you're not a man unless you get laid like crazy. And you have all these super gorgeous women begging to suck your dick. And you have mansions and you have, and shit like that. If Andrew Tate was around back then, my God, it's a good thing Singapore banned guns, I tell you. Because that sort of person, with that kind of provocation, that kind of, not provocation, that kind of inspiration, that kind of validation for their suffering, will amplify the suffering to the point that this is something I am justified in destroying other people's lives for. I can kill at my will because this is my mission in life. They call this scholastic. When I get the word, I'll say it. Scholastic. Short tastic. Scotch tastic.
That thing I never heard of.
Cocktastic. Cock fantastic. Terrorism. Yeah.
Cock fantastic terrorism.
Of course not. I can't, for the life of me, I see the word in my head, but I can't pronounce it. There's the problem of being in my position in life where I can understand a lot of words, but because of my social status, I have to actually I can't use these words at all. I can't talk to people in these words. I actually got accused of being a rich, university-educated CEO, and I was in a position where I needed to borrow money from the person.
I'm not surprised.
No, but I was in a very bad position. I had no money in my wallet. I was stranded outside, and the person that was asking to lend me the money so I can, get back home, doubted that somebody like me could ever. And I had to up the Singlish so much. I had to go super Singlish on the person after that just to prove how stupid and fucked up and dumb I was. So I could borrow fucking $5. Now that's the most extreme example of the kind of pressure I feel here whenever I open my mouth to anybody. Right. Do not have them misunderstand me, and that my position in life is not as high as they think, and get myself into all kinds of trouble. I have to step up myself. My accent will have to thicken like crazy, my Singlish will have to... And I've trained myself for many decades to speak Singlish and to speak that way with a strong Singaporean accent in order, you know, to not stick out, in order to just blend in. Stealth mode. These are stupid things. I let them go get away with it because I can't afford to. So, scholastic terrorism, I can't even say that word outright.
Oh, scholastic, yeah, never heard of
Scholastic, that is when
scholastic
they
terrorism.
say out in public vague words. I mean, to the rest of the world, it sounds vague. But these are coded messages to people. The target audience will hear the words and say, go out, kill. Go out, kill. They can say in a vague way, like, I wonder if these so-called trans women even have a right to be alive. I mean, should they exist? And you think, well, they're just wondering out loud, but to the target audience, take out your AR-15, go down the street, find some trans women and shoot them. That's the message they get.
That's scary.
Michael Knowles is known as a scholastic terrorist because he wants all transgender people eradicated. The word he used is transgenderism has to be eradicated. So to the rest of us, he says the idea of transgenderism should not be discussed in public life. But to his target audience, they're hearing transgender people should be eradicated. We see this dual level of messaging here. They can flip the most hateful things in what appears to be a normal conversation. That's how evil these people really are.
Indeed,
And then you can't even legally do anything to them. If somebody goes out and shoot, alright, you can't arrest Michael Knowles, you can't arrest any of these people. All the shootings in America that is happening in the last couple of years have been inspired inverted commas. Inspired in the sense of, oh, my voice keeps dropping and dropping and dropping when I speak. Inspired by these pundits, these right-wing gurus of hate, of, let's just say, we always like that, let's just say, all the facts and logic, and they spew the most hateful, vile lies, disinformation lies, brainwashing the audience. I mean, I can't. It's very hard. When you hear shit like that, you reach what these people believe after that. I'm just waiting for the next shooting, the mass shooting. Just waiting for the next one because it just takes a little bit, a prickle to get this person, the next shooter ready up and ready. We're still talking about Elon, not about the car now, but about the stupid things he thinks and says out loud about people who don't want to have children. He calls them dinks. Well, I think he's a dink. What do you think? Do you think he's a dink? Say that again. Whatever you said earlier. Repeat the headline. Repeat the headline, please.
Repeat the headline.
Yeah.
Elon Musk hits out at viral videos of ding couples, saying there's an awful morality to those who choose not to have children.
Awful morality. And then he said what? Other people's kids are supposed to take care of you.
No, that's what he said. That's what he said.
Yeah, he said other people's kids are supposed to take care of you in your old age. Ha! Nobody does that in this society. No, Grandpa, I can't take care of you.
What he said is that there is an awful morality to those who deliberately have no kids.
They don't have kids.
They are effectively demanding that other people's kids take care of them in their old age.
Huh?
Like a such thing.
No such thing.
He wrote, that's messed up.
You're messed up,
And he
Elon.
really think that his own kid's gonna look after him when he's old? Dream on, yeah?
Elon, just go back to being a transgender sex worker. I showed you, right, the porn actress, the trans porn actress, when detransitioned, because that one detransition really looked like Elon. So Elon can be a transgender porn actor. Yeah. Porn star. They are not that they just fuck on camera and they're stars. Oh, stars. I'm a star. I can fuck. You all don't know how to fuck, but I know how to fuck. I'm a star.
Didnt is the couple described themselves as didnt. The didnt couple.
Yeah. Isn't that the same name of
The
the
couple said, we are dinks.
of the actor who has dwarfism, Peter Dinklage? You're going to be so offended. How dare you name them after me? Dinklage is a wonderful name. You stand proud with the name Dinklage. Elon's just such a desiccated corpse of a dick. Desiccated corpse of a dick. That's what it is. Oh, I really wonder why people scold each other, call each other the general. You can't, you dick, you dickhead. Yeah, I mean, it's like these parts of the body are like traditionally
Like
that
swear words now,
they're being
yeah?
used for.
They use it like swear words.
You know, I mean, that, and these are people who are from basically Judeo-Christian upbringing, and shouldn't they regard their genitals as sacred since, you know, being heterosexual, those are the very organs that create life, that precious, precious human life. And you would think that would be like, calling somebody a dick would be an honor. Calling somebody a cunt would be like, wow, you think that highly of me, wow. I'm a vagina in your eyes, the most holy of holy parts of the human body, consecrated by God. You know, this is a really great way they say there's a whole subculture in itself, these American pastors. God. You have to pronounce it like that. In the name of Jesus. And they go up to McDonald's. I'll have a Big Mac and upsize the French fries. Can you say that back to me, brother? Can you say that back to me, brother? Upsize the French fries.
What are you talking about?
When a pastor goes to order at McDonald's.
Oh, they switch off already. They don't talk like pastor when they go out.
It'd be more fun if they did.
They want audience. You know, McDonald's, what audience are there?
Well, maybe they can't switch off. It's autopilot already. They go anywhere they go. I'll have two Big Macs. Back home in bed, Audrey, it's been a long time since you put your mouth on my penis. Dear wife, do put your horny mouth on my raging boulder. No, they won't say that.
Oh my goodness.
Hello, this is Chaos Marriage again. Now, wifecus, genicus, that's the technical Latin name for my spousicus. It's the wifecus. It's wifecus genicus. And she just told me there's a report. Who made the report? Google made a report. South China News. China South News. What?
About what? AI?
Yeah. Who made the news? What's the news anyway?
What is South China News? I never see any from South China News. This is Fox News.
Oh, very trustworthy source. Okay.
Yeah.
Her tinkling bell-like laughter indicates that she does not believe it is a trustworthy source, in case you do not know.
This guy, John Michael Rash from Fox News, self-evolving AI. Scientists explain groundbreaking new tech discovery. AI gives birth to AI. Scientists say machine intelligence now capable of replicating without humans.
Oh, dada, machine sex. Oh, dada. They have nothing to worry about. You did want to make it seem as if this version of AI is a sci-fi version of AI. The sci-fi version of AI is really, really super advanced. Those AI machines have both sentience and sapience. You know, you can't just have sentience in order to duplicate or improve on the human consciousness. You have to have both. You have to be sapient, which means you have to have the ability to reflect, create abstract models, study what is out there, what's in here. That's sapience, all kinds of stuff. And sentience, which is the awareness of one's emotional and psychological states, and to have empathy. These are some of the characteristics of sapience, sentience. So, you know, I mean, all these characteristics, of course, are completely absent in somebody like Donald Trump. But, you know, most world leaders, we should not, you know, just single out Donald Trump, you know, otherwise people would think we really hate him. No, we don't. We like him as much as most world leaders, you know.
Says who?
Says what we are obliged to say. We are obliged to say things that are bland and you know, uninvolving, and certainly nothing creative. It's above our pay grade to be creative. Since my pay grade is 0, I am expected to be 0 creative. Zero creative. I'm expected to be 0 creative.
Money, that's nonsense.
Yeah, Taylor Swift is the greatest composer of all time because she makes the most money and the most number of people like her music and like her. You know, Bach, Beethoven, oh, Ravi Shankar, losers. Taylor Swift should be teaching in Berklee College of Music. Why isn't she a professor of music yet? She made $1 billion. Should be like, you know, she should be teaching at all the top music universities in the world. There should be a music course named after her. Yeah. She outsells them all. Yeah. If you go by that yardstick, that barometer, the greater the success, the greater the achievement is. Outside equals inside. That's the world. The world's a basic pitch. Not only Singapore's a basic pitch. The world's a basic pitch also. Yeah. It's one big smelly dog. Humanity is one big smelly dog.
Yeah. That's not surprising, actually. Humans are shit.
Oh, but you shouldn't take me too seriously. I just finished my breath work. You know, I've been doing a lot of breath work every day now. Every single day I do breath work for one complete year, more than a year. I started in September of 2022, and this is December 2023. Yes, Kong Hee Fat Choi. Chinese New Year is just round the corner. Isn't it? It's Christmas.
It's in February.
Yeah.
Christmas have to come first.
Christmas have to come first. Christmas has to have sex, and then it comes, and then it can come, and then it will be New Year. New Year will come next. But New Year takes a little longer. It drank a bit too much. Recording, okay. So this is a subreddit about movies, and the headline is Mel Gibson's Passion of the Christ sequel to be shot in Rome in January, set to follow Jesus' descent into hell and the fall of the angels. First comment, can't believe we're entering the dawn of the Jesus Christ cinematic universe. Second comment, it's going to be lit when the Guardians of the Galilee shows up. Third comment, the Apostles, Endgame. Jesus wrestling humanity away from Satan at the very last second. Entire audience loses their fucking minds when he says, "And I am he." Huh? What? He? You are only he. You know who's the true Lord and Master of the universe? He who. My hand puppet lion. He who is Master of the universe. And he who is, where's your who?
Where's your who?
Yeah, you're nothing. You're not a he without a who. Oh, any other funny, snarky comments here? Pontius Pilate's mid-credit scene tries to wash his hands and the water turns to wine. Post-credit scene teases Martha and Mary's cooking spin-off. Holy Kitchen Miracles. Ha 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 ha. Right-wingers will decry the new woke Jesus who uses pronouns. Okay. Everything else is political. Another comment. Republican Christians stage a mass boycott originating from the church pulpits. Jesus' commandments to love thy neighbor and do not commit adultery, interpreted as anti-Trump and teeming with liberal undertones. Yeah, that Jesus was a commie. Yeah. Give away all your possessions and follow me, my ass. Rich man cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. I beg to differ, says every rich ass pastor in the world with their own private jets. The last one I'm gonna. Apostles, assemble. Marvel Universe crap. I'm recording this. Is my spouse's off day. We are relaxing. So we are poor. Yeah, relaxing. Oh, this is the life. Being our best selves. Ha 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 ha. Being our best motherfucking selves. This will be a R18 plus podcast because motherfucker, I'm not gonna censor myself. What a chance of getting monetized on YouTube. Me monetized? Are you kidding? I'm not a basic bitch enough to be monetized. I'm not rich enough to be monetized. That's all you're gonna say? I'm recording you self-conscious now. Don't be self-conscious. Hello? Yeah, she's here. She's actually here. I have to stop recording, then she'll be willing to speak. Okay? I stop recording, then you're willing to speak, right? If I don't stop recording, you're not willing to speak.
About what?
I don't know. You can say whatever you want to not say.
Nothing.
You got nothing to say, then tell me you got nothing to say. Articulate.
I'm looking at the Leno, this one, you see?
That one, this one. By budgeting.
You see?
But they're very, very tight.
Writing down already,
Yeah.
For the December one, then they can't continue for the
Yeah, like today I only smoke, I smoked 3. That's why I'm rolling up the roll-up cigarette.
No need. Go ahead.
No. How do I cut down on the actual cigarette expenditure if I keep on smoking from the actual one? I just have to, now because we went through that period of like zero money and we had to use a super cheap, super unhealthy labor in the fields, slave smoking roll up.
What are you talking about?
The slaves,
But you said that
the
will give
infirm.
you or no?
Yeah, but I gotta try to balance all the stuff.
and things like that.
Because of I gotta try. Okay, I'll try for another week, or I try for a few more days, and if it doesn't, if it does make me feel worse, or I get more health problems, I will stop. Because it's not gonna be easy cutting down the fucking thing. It's really, really not easy cutting down a big one. And I know in this period you have to. So you have to smoke. So
I don't think that's what I'm gonna use. Nothing funny. We're not saying funny. We're not entertaining the
This
motherfuckers
is
out
really
there.
clear on my
The
food, man.
Yeah, the fuckers out there not gonna be entertained by this. I don't
Huh?
think they'll be entertained by this one. This part they're not gonna be entertained.
Why every one of them got to be entertaining?
No, we don't. I can edit shit out. Okay, let's talk about what you want to talk. Let's
Open
talk.
my mouth already got to entertain people for what?
Yeah,
This is about our
let's talk about that shit that you saw
but
today.
realistic kind of
Yeah.
interaction. Wow,
Yeah.
everything come out from my mouth for the entertain
Yeah, the very
people.
possible trans woman with mental health problems through themselves. I do not know what they identify as through themselves or on the train. Train track.
On the train.
On the train track,
What are you talking about?
where they identified the person as man in a dress.
No, nothing to do
Man
with
in
track. It's just no, the Ang-Mo-Kio, the door closed, you have to wait in the train stop, then the door open on the platform.
On the platform.
You know
They threw themselves on the platform.
half
Yeah.
gate thing.
They threw themselves on the platform.
Yeah, the trans woman just lie down in front of that door.
Yeah, potentially trans women because we do
But
not know
nothing
what they
about
identify themselves as.
on the track, you know.
Yeah, they don't know. We don't know what they identify themselves as. Unlike the reporter and the stupid train supervisor who identify the person as man in a dress, which is very, very presumptuous and ignorant because you do not know how they identify as. And it is not a respectful thing to do at all. But this is Singapore, so they do shit like that. Yeah. And how many times they repeated during the article, big bold headline, man in a dress, man in a dress. What kind of trans-hating, transphobic reporting is this?
Right?
Man in a dress, man
Dress.
in a... Yeah, this is very trans-hating thing to do. Signaling that, we are not supposed to acknowledge these people at all. We're not going to give this person the benefit of doubt that could be a transgender person. Could be okay, could be a cross-dresser, could be somebody who's just insane. Yeah? Could be anything. But you say this person passed well, right? Which is,
Seems like small bones, you know.
Yeah.
How thin the person looked from the back, you know.
Yeah, didn't see the face, so didn't show the face.
It didn't show the face. And it's got long hair, it's tied up, you know.
Yeah.
And it's the person is very fair. And the hands very skinny,
Yeah.
The arms very skinny, you know. And the shoulder, very shoulder length, the width of the shoulder. Very small.
So we have barely concealed trans hatred in Singapore here. They
And
try
you
to
see
hide
the
it, but they can't hide it.
Quite tall, and the whole figure very slim. Very
Yeah.
slim.
They try to hide their ignorance behind a veil of silence, but once they open their mouth, they hate you, they're ignorant, and they're completely cocksure, they're super arrogant that they are correct. Your basic religious person, in other words. Even if they don't have a religion, their arrogance is their religion. Arrogance is a kind of religion.
Yeah. In Asia, no respect for trans.
Yeah, now more and more in the West also.
Yeah. What's wrong with the West now? They were like
fascism,
so
they're moving towards fascism.
Forward moving, and then suddenly grind to an almost total halt and go reverse.
Okay.
Go stun.
So my theory is this: the first major crossroads, major turning point was 9/11. They became very, very inward, protecting both their national identity and their racial identity after that event happened. They even gone so far as to create like a mock porn, hijab porn, just to make fun at the Arabs and the Muslim people in the world. Yeah, they purposely do that. And that only happened after 9/11. So this is like, and when you have people moving that direction, then in Europe you have all those, the entire swarm, I would say like a swarm of immigrants from the brown countries, the Muslim countries. Like when I was in Belgium, it's like a common occurrence. Every day I see so many Muslim people there. I do not know where they're from. Iran, Iraq, Pakistan. Where the hell are they from? But it's like almost like half of the city is them. Sorry, it feels that way. Although I don't think it's that many, but it just feels that way that
Maybe
everywhere.
they congregated there. This like no, they have their own little area. That area is for them. I mean, like
They do have that, but they're also spread out.
Chinatown, things like
They also spread out. Their own businesses. Every other shop, it seems that every third, fifth shop you go into, they're owned by them. So you know, a white person will feel threatened, and when they feel threatened, they're not going to be more progressive. They're going to be more regressive. They're going to go fascist on you. Fascism, first and foremost, is a very nationalistic thing. Then underlying the nationalistic thing is a racial thing. You know, racial purity, national purity.
I don't understand. UK got a lot of Hindus also. What?
UK is going fascist. Also, they're going very fascist.
Fascist?
Yeah, they're going ultra right wing. Even though they got an Indian prime minister, they're going ultra right
prime
wing.
minister is the Indian one.
And he's ultra right wing. So I said, there may be an element of racial purity, but the most important thing for fascism to take root is a sense of national threat, that you're threatening their national identity, you know, and they'll be fighting tooth and claw for that. And well, I suspect that it'll have to hit a point where they are really, really super fascist, and then they realize they made a major mistake here. This is full-on Nazi. And then they're gonna have to make a U-turn. They won't learn until that happens. Until they see their friends and family being taken to the gulags, to the prisoner of war camps, you know, being incinerated alive, you know.
Oh my God,
being burned alive, being gassed to death, yeah. And then you go, I think we made a mistake. We may have made a mistake.
Kidding, they're not learning from history at all. Throw away the history book.
Yeah, you see. Do you think they even care about history? Of course not.
They learn history for what?
I don't think they learn history. People who vote for this are not very educated. Or if they're educated, like, you know, Trump was. Harvard graduates. Our country
don't read at all.
And our professor, Dr. Professor Jordan Peterson, also he's another one. It's like, highly educated idiots.
But that guy did teach in university.
Yeah, poor students.
You don't see Trump teaching in university.
Yeah, he teaches business course at Trump University.
Now Peterson got ousted from the university.
Yeah, Trump University has been censored. He has been cancelled. Oh, woe is he. Oh, woe is he. He's such a justice for. He's a warrior for justice. He's a social justice warrior. Oh my God, the very thing he hates the most, social justice warrior. He's just trying to wake people up. He's trying to get them woke. Oh, wait a minute.
The word woke.
Stop here. I feel my voice is strained. This is Michael Cera territory. Michael Cera talks like this. I want to sound like who I really am. A voluptuous, mature woman. I sound like a very gangly, tall, pasty, white actor. I don't want to sound like that. Actually, I don't sound too bad. This is not too bad. I hope. I'll stop here.